Baby!
Hey, this is Danny from Made of Metal, aka Britain's Strongest Drummer, and I'm here with a quick preview of this weekend's Clash in the UK, taking place at the Osprey Leisure Centre in Dorset on the 17th and 18th of December. This promises to be a huge weekend of competition with 3 weight classes on the women's side of things, the under 64s, the under 82s and the under 91s, and 3 weight classes for the men, the under 80s, 90s and 105s. The women and the under 80s will be competing on Saturday the 17th of December, while the under 90s and the under 105s will be competing on the Sunday. What makes this competition particularly enticing to the competitors is it will act as a qualifier for a Clash competition in the US for their respective weight class sometime next year. And what's more, every athlete that occupies a position on the podium will qualify. So let's run through the events quickly. The weights will be adjusted per weight class, but the events themselves will remain the same. Starting off with the overhead medley, we have the axle, we have the log, 75 seconds. Each implement will weigh the same. You do 1 rep on one rep on another, alternate as many times as you can within that time limit. Moving on, we'll have an axle deadlift from a standard height, as many reps as possible in 60 seconds. Then we have a particularly brutal sounding moving medley. We've got a yoke, which is carried 10 meters, run back, pick up a sandbag, carry the sandbag 10 meters, pop it over the crossbar of the yoke, then pick the yoke up again, carry it back to the starting line, run back, get the sandbag, pick it up, pop it over the yoke. Then we have the test of grip strength in the form of a farmer's carry over 40 meters, but 10 meter increments. So lots of drops, turns, pickups. It's going to be fun to do. And finishing off the competition, as the Americans so often enjoy doing, we have a sandbag to shoulder 4 reps. Now, a couple of these events may seem a bit familiar to some of those, especially those in the under 80 kilogram class, because they formed a couple of the events that were part of Britain's Strongest Man under 80 kilograms 2021 in the form of the overhead medley, so the axle and the log, and also half of the moving medley. So at Britain's Strongest Man, we only had to do the yoke and the sandbag just the one way. So doubling that up this year is going to be awful. But this competition is a Clash in the UK in name only. The entry wasn't restricted to those that reside in the UK. We have competitors from Europe, US, possibly further afield, to make this a truly international event. Now, in terms of athlete lineup, I am going to concentrate on the under 80 kilogram men, because that is the category that I myself am competing in. So I've been keeping a very close eye on it. There's no Andy Smiles, unfortunately. He detached a bicep at a competition in Europe earlier this year. Likewise, no Josh Lancaster. He's been suffering with hip troubles for most of the back half of this year. I know it really irritated him at Britain's Strongest Man earlier this year, and I think he's taken some time out to rehab it. We do have Dean McVie, the 3rd strongest man in the world, and a late addition to the competition. I found out only yesterday, Lewis Blackwood is going to be joining the lineup. So that is going to throw the cat amongst the pigeons, as it were. But definitely someone not to overlook, Andrew Keys. He was forced to pull out of a couple of competitions this year, a couple of big competitions this year due to injury. He is going to be looking to make a statement. He did phenomenally well at England's Strongest Man, winning the final event, the sandbag carry for max distance. I forget the exact distance. I'm pretty sure it was over 200 meters, something ridiculous like that. He's got a habit of finding his way onto the podium, so definitely not someone to sleep on. And let us not forget, we have Wales' strongest under 80 kilogram man in the form of Tyrone Jones, a deadlift monster. I believe he missed out on competing at the official Strongman Games this year, so he is definitely going to be looking to make an impact at Clash in the UK. And me, myself, I personally am just looking to survive the competition. This is a very heavy competition for me. Most of the events as I stand here and now will be some kind of personal best. Yes, I've sort of done them before. I've done axle deadlifts. I did the overhead medley at Britain's Strongest Man, although I opted for the lighter weight option there. Same with the moving medley. There was an option to go lighter at Britain's Strongest Man for the yoke into sandbag. I opted to do that. So this is going to be a real test for me. I'm just hoping to get through it unscathed and with as few mistakes as possible, because as anyone that has been watching this channel for any length of time will know, I am prone to making silly mistakes in a competition. So that's definitely something that I want to start addressing. And because I did so fantastically well at predicting the outcome of the official Strongman Games. Yes, did you hear? I predicted the podium in order.
The Ben Donen, Rich Panganaban, Dean McVeigh. Maybe not in that order, but
I'll give a prediction a go for Clash in the UK. So Dean McVeigh has to be the favourite. He is coming off placing third at the official Strongman Games. He is the third strongest under 80 kilogram athlete on the planet. Those events, in comparison to the ones at Clash in the UK, the ones at Clash are quite a bit lighter. I think the axle deadlift for reps at the official Strongman Games was 235. This is going to be 225, and I've seen training videos from Dean. Double digits, a certainty, and I know that in training he'll go all out, but he will save his best for competition. So Dean has to be my pick to take the competition. The other two spots on the podium, they are wide open. As I say, Andrew Keys isn't someone to sleep on. He's an all-rounder, and you hear that all the time in Strongman. It's not about being strong in one event. You need to be consistent across all the events. He's great at moving events. He's a strong deadlifter. He's getting stronger and stronger overhead. He has the endurance, that sandbag carry. That was 100 kilograms, by the way, for 200 meters. So I can see him making his way onto the podium. Who is going to take the other position? Honestly, I think second and third place are wide open. There are quite a lot of names that I've not seen in competition before that are on the lineup. And with the omissions of Andy Smiles, who I definitely would have put on the podium, and Josh Lancaster, he's constantly bothering for places on the podium. I think it throws it wide open. Yes, Lewis Blackwood, tremendous deadlifter, strong overhead. I think he has struggled in the past with moving events. Hopefully he's coming in healthy, he's coming in strong. Mark Burke was the former deadlift world record holder. So we've got a big, strong boy there. And I think we've got some guys coming over. I mean, I've said it before, the guys coming over from Europe, they're not coming over for a holiday. So it's really wide open. That's kind of a flaky prediction, but I'm going to stick my neck out. Dean McVeigh first. I'm going to put Tyrone Jones at second. I mean, he's Wales' strongest under 80 kilogram man for a reason. And that third spot, I think Andrew Keys is going to sneak in. He's going to sneak in under the radar. Yeah, there we go. Dean McVeigh, Tyrone Jones, Andrew Keys. We'll see if I'm anywhere close this time. So I just want to give a quick shout out to some of the athletes that I know are competing in the other weight classes and kind of wish them all the luck in the world. Holly Ford, you were amazing at the Arnold Amateur Log and Deadlift competition. Mike Harmer, you smashed it there as well. Chloe Brennan is going to be competing. That's going to be amazing to be part of the day that she's competing in. And on the heavier weight, under 90 kilogram, under 105 men's side of things, CJ Krause is coming all the way over from America. And again, he's not coming to check out the sights of Portland. Mark Cummins, he's made it to OSG the past 2 years I believe. So he's going to be looking to ruffle some feathers. I think it's going to be a really exciting weekend. I can't wait to see what everyone is capable of, and just take it all in. Be part of the greatness. So I will be back in a couple of weeks with another video that will be my rundown of my personal favourite moments from the Strongman year in 2022. And I will also be back a little while after that with a little recap of what happened at Clash in the UK, and maybe we'll try and use this nice new camera to get some footage and see how that goes. Thanks for watching the video. If you enjoyed it, leave a thumbs up, subscribe, share it about, and if you are anywhere near Portland in Dorset, come along this weekend. Say happy birthday to me. It's my birthday on the 15th, yeah, come and witness the lightweights. Just smash it, because that's what the lightweights do. All right, I've been Danny from Made of Metal, aka Britain's strongest drummer, and I'll see you soon.